Bro, I just think of that fucking video of those numbers, and it's like fucking 3 and like 1.
If you don't know what he talking about, that's Diablo 4. He talking about that druid. Druid's trash.
Eternal conflict between the high heavens and the burning hells, Diablo 4 offers you more choice than ever before.
Yeah,
Player choice is infused into everything, from how you look.
I think they should have more character customization options. I don't think there's enough, but it's just not going to change anytime soon. Maybe they'll change it for the expansion.
The skills you use, the loot you equip, your path through the non-linear story to how and when you choose to explore the shared open world.
We want players to play their own way and have their own choice of how they're going to build their character.
Between all of our different systems, you can really create a custom character in ways that was not available in previous Diablo titles.
Is that true? I mean, I didn't really play much besides the beta, so I don't know. But, like, yeah, it seems good, sure.
It looks pretty similar to 3, if you ask me.
When you log into Diablo 4,
Now,
the first thing you're going to have to
incredible.
do is create your character. And those familiar with Diablo are going to be very familiar with the screen with all the classes sitting around the campfire.
In Diablo 4, we got 5 classes. The Barbarian is your fantasy of a fierce warrior fighter.
The Barbarian is the weapon master of Diablo 4, being able to pick up any weapon, jump into the fray, and do really badass stuff with it.
They're very strong, they're very physical. They can take different weapons for different situations and use them to their maximum effect.
I can't lie, the skills do.
I'll also say that I think that the weapon swapping with Barbarian, it's something that you might not ever notice. But she just sound a bit like Emerald. It's something that like you might not notice, but it is perfectly seamless, absolutely perfectly seamless. It's really good.
Elemental mage, you have fire,
The
ice,
skills
lightning.
feel real
you can
good
either
in this
focus
game,
on one,
I'm not
or
gonna
you
lie.
can kind of be a jack of all trades mage and use abilities from all 3.
They're a little more
Lightning
fragile
is
than other
overpowered.
classes, tend to be more ranged. The Rogue, unlike the Barbarian,
That's
they are
what
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
be.
more clever. They're very fast. They have the ability to imbue their weapons with different elemental
Which
energies, and they can
Shadow
modify them to do
bombs.
different things.
Look at
The
that shit
rogue
right
has
there.
2 different types of play styles. You have the ranged crossbow type gameplay, or you have the in-your-face daggers, poison.
Yeah, I think that is so cool that you can play both of them.
You can lead the enemies into traps that have huge effects. More stealthy type gameplay. And the druid is really this shit.
It's really the shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's about right.
Shapeshifter.
When you cast certain skills, you change your form, what you look like and what you can do. They can turn into werebears or werewolves. If I cast a werewolf skill, I
That's
turn into a
a perfect
werewolf and I do
pause.
werewolf things. If I cast
Werewolf
It's
things.
working. Just to kill these little fucking mobs.
werewolves, if
got
I cast a
2
werewolf
wolves
skill,
on.
I turn into a werewolf and I do werewolf things. If I cast like
He had to
pulverize, for
bust
example,
out
which is a
3
werebear
skills
skill,
to kill
I
them
turn into a
little ass
werebear, I slam the ground really
minions.
hard.
To be fair, Pulverize does feel really good as a druid.
Fits the fantasy, it's pretty cool. They
Yeah.
can also become masters of nature magic with earth and storm magic.
That looks
Last but
good.
not least, we got the Necromancer. They raise armies of the dead. They have different types of minions. You've got your skeletal warriors, your skeletal mages, and then your golem.
You have blood magic.
Golem is fucking useless and it sucks.
Cap.
Hopefully, whenever I level up more, I'll be able to play a golem.
Golem is
or
good.
Use a golem that's not a complete joke.
Or bone magic that you can also take advantage of and tackle combat that way. If you've played a previous Diablo game and you enjoyed a certain play style, you can actually bring that into Diablo 4, or just try something completely new.
No matter which class you play, there's going to be multiple different avenues and fantasies that you can chase.
Great.
You can customize your character in ways you've never been able to before, with near endless character creation and
Okay, man. I know they wrote that on the script, but can you just be honest with us that there's better customization in Diablo Immortal?
Yeah.
That's fine. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But
Got
like,
that pay to win.
let's just be real.
Pay to play too.
transmog options.
In previous Diablo games,
How about they just call it transmog?
you had to be attached to certain archetypes and look a certain way. And in Diablo 4, it's really up to you how you want.
That's not true at all. What the hell are you talking about? You have to look a certain way. There's no barbarian that looks like he's a fucking necromancer. Every barbarian is from fucking Mr. Olympia. Every necromancer is from under a bridge. Like, what do you mean? Every druid is from either a strongman competition or, you know, like a Golden Corral all-you-can-eat buffet, depending on how you want to look at it. And I like that. I think that's good.
Your character to look.
You'll be able to choose from different facial structures from people all over the world.
But it is true that obviously there are more customization options than there was in Diablo 3.
Hold on. We gotta acknowledge
your character to look.
The hair. God damn it. What took so long to pause
like
right
that.
there?
I think that's good.
Your character to
pause. Thank you. Gotta acknowledge the hair. I like it when companies do black people hair right. This is one of the styles, but this is good. I like that.
look.
You'll be able to choose from different facial structures from people all over the world.
But it is true that obviously there are more customization options.
What's his name? Marilyn Manson.
Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was like, you want to be a guy or a girl? Okay, you want to be a guy? All right, there. All right, so it's this guy. You want to be this guy? Okay, all right. Yeah, got it. So yeah, it's improved a lot. But yeah, it's like there are no barbarians that look like this, okay? This is like fucking some sort of, what is this? Oh geez. Let me think of a way to put this. My Chemical Romance 40-year reunion.
Chemical Romance.
Marilyn Manson in 2023.
Marilyn Manson,
Skrillex
exactly.
in 20 years. Come on, Transylvania Jesus. Yeah, there are no barbarians that look anything remotely close to this.
No matter where you are, you'll be able to say, hey, I can actually make someone that looks like me or looks like someone from my part of the world, which we're really proud of. You can pick a hairstyle for your character, every class actually has a
I'm jealous of S-Fan. Like S-Fan
world, which we're really proud of. You can pick a hairstyle.
Look at that right there. That is beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
For your character, and every class actually has a
I'm jealous of S-Fan. Like S-Fan has an entire class dedicated to him. I feel like none of the characters in the game really kind of look like me. It's close, but it's not like one-to-one.
Specific hairstyle that no other class can use. You can pick your eye color. We have some really fun ones. We have eye glowing. We have a bloodshot type eye. And then you can actually pick a marking, which is a tattoo or a design that covers your entire character. And there are dozens of those.
Transmog is the idea that you can take a piece of gear and change the appearance of it to look like a different piece of gear. As far as aesthetics, the sky's the limit. Ooh. However you can think of making your...
You gotta have a way to zoom in more on the characters, man. Like, have it like, you know how like in Lost Ark, how like you can, you're like, there's like the up above, and then there's like the closer, and then there's the very close. They need the very close.
Character, you can make it that way.
Everybody's going to look completely different in Diablo 4.
One of our pillars for class design in Diablo 4 is this idea that we want players to play the way that they want to. When you first start the game, we introduce you to the idea of the skill tree. As you level up, you get access to these different skills or passives or upgrades to make your character more powerful.
Each category has a few different skills that are all similar. They're either all defensive or all offensive, all ice or all fire. You can either focus on a very specific section or you can pick and choose.
Just look it up on the internet and see which one's the best and just go with that. It's like a balding middle-aged man on the internet told me to go with Shockwave, so we just go with Shockwave.
The first skill point when you unlock a new skill is going to give you access to that skill. After that, you can put additional points into any skill that you have, and it's going to make it better, whether it increases the radius or adds some new effect or reduces the cooldown through some special way.
You can actually branch out in a very different direction, even if two characters actually started at the same place. The Paragon board is a late game system that once you've completely filled out your skill tree, you think you have a build, it will really let you delve into the theory crafting and the depth of Diablo 4's skill system.
And these boards, they can move through them spending their Paragon points, and they have nodes that give them very basic stats like intellect or dexterity. We also have more powerful nodes. We have rare nodes that have different effects where they can totally modify a skill to do something additional or different, or they can even make new connections between skills so that
I just got done playing this game.
players can have new ways to play their character.
Yeah.
Legendary nodes are equivalent to legendary powers, where they have more powerful effects that can change the builds in ways that...
Hold up. What does this say? Eldritch Bounty, when you attack with an imbued skill, you gain 20% resistance and 20% damage for that imbuement's element. That's really good.
builds in ways that characters...
Cheap Shot, you deal increased damage for each enemy that is crowd controlled up to 25%. That, if you can use that as a barbarian, I'm pretty sure this is rogue, but I mean, if you can use this as a barbarian, this is just straight up 25% more damage. Like, it's just disgusting.
play.
You can start planning this long journey of, okay, I want to hit this node, and then I want to hit this node. I'm going to apply this board, and I'm going to start from this side, and really just get into a super complex, very specific build for your character.
I feel like nobody's going to want to do that if they get locked into a decision that's hard to undo. So, like, that sounds like, you know, it's like, you know, they're talking with their hands and shit, right? But, like, let's get down to what happens whenever you play the game. Like, nobody wants to go and play the game and pick a bunch of bad talents and then have to spend a long time farming for it to like, undo it.
PoE.
Like, let's be real. Like, fuck that. People are just going to look up the options. So, you know, they should reduce the respec cost, get rid of it, something like that. I think that'd be a good idea.
Legendary items are really rare and powerful items that you're going to find as you adventure through the world of Sanctuary. We have quite a few different categories of legendaries and how they do that. Some of them will actually change your skill or enhance it in some way.
Frozen Orb, for example, it might say, hey, every single time you use your Frozen Orb, it applies a new effect.
Look at that skill.
And then
That
I can
look
actually
good.
take
Man,
advantage
that
of
look
that
good.
new effect that it has. Even if the
my
item
God.
itself is maybe not
I
as
will say that the legendary synergy
Look at
that
this
it
shit.
has. Use your Frozen
This
Orb,
is
it
beautiful.
Some way.
Frozen Orb, for example, it might say, hey, every
make you
single
wanna
time
play
you
some.
use your Frozen Orb, it applies a new effect. And then I can actually take advantage of that new effect that it has. Even if the item itself is maybe not
I
as...
will say that the legendary synergies that I experienced on the beta were very interesting and fun. There were some of them that were just like, when you do this, they do this. But a lot of them were actually pretty good. I liked it.
good as the one you have, you can still extract that power from it, take advantage of it, and use it for your build.
One thing that our players can look forward to is that a lot of our classic, really rare, and most powerful items from previous titles are going to be returning as uniques in Diablo 4.
Unique.
Win for I remember that from Diablo 3. Let me see this real quick. Let's see, 610 power, it's level 100 character. I guess that doesn't really matter. Core skill damage,
Lucky
a lot.
hit.
Damage to distant enemies.
Hits with this weapon
Impetus
have up to
passive.
18%
Chance
chance
to deal
to
double
deal
damage,
double.
knock back to target.
That's good.
All right, that's about what I'd expect. Sure, got it.
It's a rogue too.
Before.
Unique items are very similar to legendaries, but they're unique, which means if that ability is actually on a chess piece, it's always going to be on that chess piece because it's more powerful than a regular legendary effect.
So
Craft-
they're unique uniques.
Crafting is a big part of Diablo 4. We have all kinds of different ways that you could upgrade and interact with NPCs to make your gear better. You can increase the item level or power of your gear,
Yeah, I
so you
like
can actually
this.
get a piece of gear and just make it stronger. You can also
What's that
add
helmet? I wanna
sockets
read
to your
it.
or power of your gear, so you can
You gain 24% lucky
Good
hit chance
God.
against crowd control. That's fucking crazy. What
Look
the
at that
fuck?
right there. A 13.7% cooldown reduction. That's all I want is cooldowns. Cooldowns, cooldowns, and more cooldowns.
Fuck. Wow.
Cooldowns and speed. That's all you need, really. Cooldowns and speed. And slap some damage on it too. But you know, cooldowns, speed, and damage. In that order.
actually get a piece of gear and just make it stronger. You can also add sockets to your gear so that you can put gems inside
I
of
think
it.
they
Gear and
nerfed the gold cost, by the way. Look at this. This is a 3 to 4. Bro, it's a 3 to 4 and it's only 18K. Look at that. Like, that's a lot. Because I remember, like, I would drop 200K to get an upgrade. I paid way more. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Just make it stronger.
Since
you
they
can
watched
also
this
add
video, they
sockets
gonna
to your
nerf
gear
it
so that
again.
you can put gems inside of it.
There are a lot of different ways that players will be able to
Raise it up to about
customize their
100K.
experience in Diablo 4. Every single player is going to have a different experience and optimize their experience in Diablo 4. Every single player is
Look at that. That's nice.
going to have a
That's nice. This is a necromancer right here.
different
You got 2 million gold. 3 million, basically.
experience and a different build at the end of the day.
Because we have all of these different ways to make your own character, there's a lot more possibility compared to previous titles of how you want to play, how you want to build your character. We really are doubling down on this idea that you can look the way you want, you can play the way you want, you can really make your own fantasy in this game.
Hell welcomes all, and so does Diablo 4. In the coming weeks, we'll be sharing even more about how to play your way. Now, our launch on June 6th is getting weeks. We'll be sharing.
Bro, it's so fucking sad.
It really
To
is.
see, like, the barbarian just, like, cleaving through mobs, to see the sorcerer just, like, electrocuting big piles of mobs, and
Or
then
freezing
Druid
the whole
finally
shit.
gets up to the top. He's like, give me a minute. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 3. It's just so sad.
For those of you that don't know, the druid in the beta, Lord, that shit was trash. That shit was garbage.
Even more about how to play
Look at this.
your way.
He's tickling them.
Our launch on June 6th is getting closer. Closer still if you got early access. And we can't wait to see you in Sanctuary.
Little tiny
Hail
demons,
Lilith.
and he was just
Bless you,
tickling.
Mother.
Look at that.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this is about what I'd expect, sure. I mean, it's cool to see the new stuff that they put in, I would say.
Ugh. I can't wait. Already pre-ordered. Oh my God. I cannot wait for this game. I am going to be a rogue. I want straight cooldowns. Nothing else. Well, that's cap. I do want other things. Cooldown, speed, and damage. That's all I need. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. More uploads on this channel. Go check out my main channel, Rob Forlorn. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.